Hello, I'm Andrew. I'm a sound designer at Krotos. Here at Krotos, we develop products for post-production, games and music, and our mission is to change the way that sound is designed and performed. In this walkthrough, I'll be showing you one of our flagship sound design packages, Weaponiser. If you're unfamiliar with Weaponiser, it is an audio layering solution that allows you to design, customise and perform a huge range of sound effects quickly and easily in real time. Today, I'll be showing you some of the cool sound design techniques and workflows using Weaponiser, and I'll be covering a selection of speciality factory assets that come included with the software package. If you're interested in giving Weaponiser a try, you can download a free 10-day demo through the link in the description. Let's take a look at Weaponiser. So there may be a situation where you're looking to do a lot of variation of a sound that's maybe repeating on the visuals, or you're making a game and the sound's coming from one source but you want a little bit of variation on it. My example here I've got is this little magical spell going off, and you can see the colours change and everything's a little bit different each time, and you're going to want to add variation to those kind of sounds so you're not getting repetition. Weaponiser's great for that. You can just put this one MIDI note down on a track, and then every single time it's going to play through and you're going to get a little bit of different sound from it. Here's what I've got so far. That's a good foundation, but we don't have the sparkles for the end of the sound. So what I'm going to do is solo this track and we're going to build one up. If we type in electric here, we can find some sounds from our library. And if we switch on this, we can have a listen to a preview. And you can mute the preview by clicking down here or change the volume. And I'm just going to drag and drop these three in here. You can now see the sound is obviously very long and you're not wanting it to be over that range. You can change the length of the sound by clicking in here and highlighting the area of the sound you want to play. You can either do it from the start or any point. I'm just going to change it. You can see it change it on the timeline here for how long it's going to be. And then we can click through each sound and adjust the length of them. And once you have all the sounds to the kind of desired length that you're wanting, you can play it back and listen to them. Now that's great to start off with, but it's still a bit long and it's cutting out. You can easily then change the level to an envelope, and the envelope will be applied across the length of the highlighted area. You can then change down to here and have this taper out a little bit, and then the sound's going to adjust on here as well, as you can see. And we can get that's the right length of the sound fading out with the visual. So let's have a listen to this. I think that's much better for that, but maybe you're finding it a little bit too repetitive as it's cycling through just these three sounds exactly the same every time. You can then click on this round robin button here and it'll change it to random. Or you could also add a little bit of variation to your speed, and then every single sound's going to sound a little bit different every single time it's triggered. And once you're happy with the way the sound is, you can unsolo this, and now you can hear it with the rest of the design. And that's just a nice subtle layer as it all moves away. Now, once you've done that, you may want to add some effects to all of this. You can come to each of the individual channels here, and adding it to this one will only affect the onset. So we add some saturation. And then once you're happy with a little bit of saturation, you could maybe add another more time-based effect. Let's go with the flanger chorus here. And that's how quickly you can add some variation and effects inside Weaponiser. So let's say I have designed the gunshots in the scene in a traditional manner, with each shot rendered out individually on my DAW timeline. Now, there's the occasion where it comes back and somebody's completely redesigned the gun. It's now going to be a fully automatic gun, or it's a second mode in a game, say, where it's like it extends into a fully automatic gun. Now, that means you're going to have to either design a ton more assets, or you're going to have to drag and move all of the sound files and all of the design that you've made over to sync it up with the clip that you're doing. And that can be tedious and time consuming. Weaponiser has a solution for that. So if we switch on this track, you can see all I have is a MIDI note. And previously I was using single shot MIDI notes and they will fire off at the rate of the sync with the gun. But when you're going into shooting in rapid fire, you're going to want to just use a singular MIDI note that is the length of time of the gun firing. So if I then switch on burst mode here, you can see it turns on the fire rate, and that's going to be how you sync up the speed of the gun. So if I now shoot this off just now, you can see the fire rate is far too slow and it is not matching up with any of the shots there. So all I need to do is then adjust the fire rate down a little bit. And already with just 2 button clicks, I've got a gun that's all synced up and it's working great with Weaponiser. So there are some circumstances where performing a sound is better than designing it. If I cannot record these footsteps or I have no access to a Foley artist, I would need to manually edit and place each footstep onto the timeline to match the scene and adjust them to feel less artificial. But with Weaponiser, you can design the full sound and perform it later on with MIDI. So in this track here, I have a leather shoe full step, and all I need to do is press on the MIDI note C5 on the controller. It's C4 and some other DAWs. And then I can perform the sound. I can then match it along with the clip in real time. But say you wanted to do something that's a little bit more nuanced, such as split the footstep down to heel and toe, or if you had a robotic mech or something, it would have the hydraulics happening on one part and then the footfall on another. You could actually split it down into the separate engines in Weaponiser. So here I have the heel and the body, and I have the toe and the thumb, and I can use the different MIDI notes. It's going to be D5 on my MIDI controller, D4 and some other DAWs for the body, and it would be D sharp 5 or D sharp 4 and some other DAWs for the thumb. And then I can perform this all along in real time again. That way you can better fit your performance to the sound design, and all of it can just be triggered with MIDI and Weaponiser. So we have this scene here where there's 2 knights fighting with swords, and I'll be using some of the Battle Bundle, which is one of our add-on libraries that you can find on krotosaudio.com. And I have in the thump here, and I'm using the MIDI keyboard to trigger this, a messer hit and a thud sound. And the body, I have some of the libraries, plate armor and then heater shields to create the second layer. And in the onset, I have the whoosh sounds. Now this is just using the whoosh sounds for the sword. So I want to add another layer to this before we finish doing it. And I've showed before, we can type into here whoosh, and you have this selection of whooshes that we could choose from. And this library comes with Weaponiser. You can open it up inside your own file explorer in your machine and Finder and Mac. And you can just drag and drop these sounds actually into the bank. And that's up to 5 at one time you can do. So we now have the whoosh sounds in here. And that's added a little bit of variety and a more kind of like higher pitched whoosh than the sword. We can change it to be randomized a bit more, and let's add a little bit of speed variation and a little bit of level variation. And we'll see how that sounds all together. Now there's a little bit of a delay bit happening there, so if I slow this down slightly, they're much more together, and then you can just align with the speed dial to get them to match up. But if I was to trigger this whole sound by just pressing the C5 note on the MIDI keyboard, or C4 and some other DAWs, the whole sound plays at one time. So to get the idea of that whoosh and then impact sound, we're going to move the body up a little bit and the thump to join it. And you now have the swinging of a sword. So let's act this out with the scene. So you could see that works with the first couple of hits, but the third one's got a much longer delay between the whoosh and the impact of the sword. And that's where you can use the individual MIDI note triggers to trigger each engine. So I've got it set up, we can record this, and I will just do a take of the whooshes first. So that's the first take done, and then I can perform just the impact sounds now as well. And that's how you can quickly adapt a preset that's already in Weaponiser, move about the stuff on the timeline to suit your settings, or even just perform it with the MIDI controller. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of Weaponiser, and that it's given you some ideas for how to use it in your own designs. Remember, if you'd like more information or to download a fully functional 10-day trial, visit krotosaudio.com through the link in the description. Thanks for watching.